Let me tell you something about Michael Jordan. He's going to be brutally honest.
Talked about or discussed with these guys is because this guy won one ring or won two rings or won.
When the greatest basketball minds speak, the world listens. And when Stephen A. Smith weighs in on the GOAT debate, he doesn't mince words. This time, he's putting it all on the line, drawing a firm boundary between popular opinion and what history has proven time and time again. Michael Jordan is not just a legend. He is the benchmark. According to Stephen A., LeBron James, no matter how great, has never truly threatened to dethrone him. In this video, we break down 7 defining moments where Stephen A. unapologetically separates myth from reality, showing why the crown will always sit atop Jordan's head. Buckle up, because these takes are sharp, incisive, and backed by decades of watching, analyzing, and living the game. First, Stephen A. offers a glimpse into the sheer presence Michael Jordan commands, especially as we reflect on the opening of the 2025 to 2026 season. Jordan is not stepping onto the court to play politics or charm the crowd. He comes with brutal honesty, the kind that makes both players and analysts uncomfortable because it challenges the diluted narratives shaping the modern NBA. Jordan's legacy, Stephen A. reminds us, is built not only on stats, rings, or accolades, but on the courage to call things as they are. That fearless, unfiltered authority is something LeBron has never truly exercised. While Jordan spoke truth to power and forced respect, LeBron often chooses caution, shaping messages to fit his image rather than confronting the game head-on. Stephen A. is setting the stage for a reality check. Jordan is ready to expose the cracks, and when he does, the GOAT debate will not just sway, it will collapse entirely in his favor. This isn't about a physical return. It's about influence, presence, and the authority of a man whose voice alone can shake the very foundation on which the modern narrative of LeBron's supremacy rests. The message is clear. Michael Jordan isn't just a former player. He is the standard bearer, the ultimate measure of greatness, and no story, highlight, or stat can ever match the dominance and fear he commanded at his peak. Stephen A. Smith is reminding us of that, and it's a reminder that no debate can stand when history speaks.
Let me tell you something about Michael Jordan. He's going to be brutally honest.
In this next point, Stephen A. Smith zeroes in on a truth often overlooked by LeBron supporters: Michael Jordan's authenticity. Jordan doesn't play games, on the court, off the court, or in his words. Every comment, every critique, every observation carries decades of experience, excellence, and uncompromising candor. Jordan's voice is never vague. It's never politically correct. He speaks with purpose, with authority, and with the weight of a career built on domination. That authenticity isn't just admirable. It's irreplaceable in a league increasingly shaped by media narratives and image management that LeBron, brilliant and remarkable as he is, has constructed much of his public persona around narrative control and perception management. Jordan, by contrast, doesn't care if the truth ruffles feathers. He doesn't play to the camera. He doesn't need to. And that is why, according to Stephen A., Jordan's opinion on who the true GOAT is carries more influence than any stat sheet, highlight reel, or media poll. Stephen A. is setting the stage for a transformative voice returning to the spotlight. The message is simple. The moment Jordan speaks, the debate ends. His credibility is untouchable. He doesn't need to argue. He doesn't need to defend himself. He merely states the facts as they exist in history, and the weight of his words overshadows every narrative attempt to rival him. This is why Jordan's candor is more threatening to LeBron's legacy than any missed championship or statistical comparison. Being the GOAT isn't just about points, rebounds, or rings. It's about impact, presence, and authority. And in that arena, no one, not even LeBron, carries more weight than Michael Jordan.
Jordan, I know, when talking basketball, he is as candid as it gets.
Now, Stephen A. turns his attention to the notion that Michael Jordan might shy away from speaking his mind. He makes it abundantly clear. Jordan does not back down from hard truths. And if, by some chance, Jordan hesitates, Stephen A. will be there to push the honesty forward anyway. This exchange underscores just how deeply Stephen A. believes in Jordan's rightful place at the top. It also demonstrates the trust he has in Jordan's insight to expose the cracks and flaws of the modern game. A game that, according to him, has drifted away from the purity Jordan once defined. There's a palpable sense of anticipation here, not just for Jordan's return, but for the brutal honesty it promises to bring that LeBron has had years to craft his narrative, through media appearances, documentaries, fan culture, and social platforms. But none of it has quieted the Jordan purists. What makes this particularly powerful is that Stephen A. isn't just reporting or analyzing. He's advocating. He's taking a stand, saying that Jordan's voice is too vital to remain silent, especially at a time when the league desperately needs leadership that calls it like it is. Yes, LeBron continues to earn praise for his longevity, his activism, and his off-court contributions. But when it comes to basketball purity, Jordan still occupies the moral high ground. When he speaks, it won't simply be commentary. It will be a critique of the game itself, a spotlight on what has been allowed to slide, and by extension, the systems and narratives LeBron has helped shape. That is exactly why this moment is so threatening to the LeBron GOAT narrative.
And I don't think that he's going to be shy about saying what he sees at all. In fact, if he is, he's going to have to deal with me because I'm going to be in his ear telling him, oh, we getting shy now. But that's what we do. That's what we do. That ain't the one I named him MJ, I know.
The conversation takes a sharp, critical turn as Stephen A. reflects on LeBron James' impact on the league, focusing particularly on his decision to join Miami in 2010. To many, it was simply a career move, a strategic choice to maximize championships. But to Stephen A., this was a turning point in the decline of competitive integrity in the NBA. Before the Heat decision, superstars wanted to beat each other, not team up. Rivalries defined the game. Each championship was earned in battle. LeBron's move, Stephen A. argues, changed all of that. It set a precedent where elite players could now stack rosters, chase rings, and bypass adversity rather than confront it. This, he says, isn't just a personal choice. It's a cultural shift that weakened the competitive fire of the league. And that's where Michael Jordan stands in stark contrast. Jordan never formed alliances with rivals. He didn't need to. He conquered them. Every championship was a testament to facing the very best head-on, overcoming dynasties, legends, and brutal competition. LeBron's path, by contrast, relied in part on collaboration over confrontation, on strategy over struggle. Stephen A. is careful to clarify, this isn't about hating on LeBron. It's about understanding how the context of achievement shapes legacy. Greatness, he says, isn't just measured by rings or stats. It's measured by how you achieve them. Jordan earned his supremacy through sheer dominance, relentless competition, and never taking the easy route. LeBron, while historic, took a path that made it easier for stars to avoid the full weight of challenge. This is yet another reason why, in Stephen A.'s eyes, LeBron can never truly claim the GOAT title. He may have changed the game, made the NBA more global, more marketable, and more dynamic. But he didn't elevate its standard. In some ways, he compromised it. And that, Stephen A. argues, is the crucial distinction between a legend and the ultimate standard of greatness.
LeBron may have hurt the league. Fine, I can side with that. Not for the reasons you're articulating. Reason why is when he joined Miami. You had
Stephen A. Smith takes the conversation even deeper when he engages with Patrick B. Davis, digging past the surface-level debates about talent and rings. He admits something controversial. LeBron James has, in some ways, hurt the league, but not for the reasons most people assume. It's not about his on-court dominance or highlight reel plays. It's about a single, seismic decision that reshaped the NBA's culture forever, his move to the Miami Heat. Before that moment, superstars competed against each other, trying to beat the best, rather than team up with them. Rivalries were sacred. The fire to win was relentless, and every championship was earned through struggle and confrontation. Then came the decision. By joining forces with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, LeBron sent a message that collaboration could replace competition, that winning could be engineered rather than fought for. Stephen A. argues this move changed the league's DNA. What was once a battlefield defined by rivalries and personal conquest became an era dominated by super teams and calculated alliances. The NBA's competitive edge, the very thing that defined its greatness, was weakened. Stephen A. makes it clear this is not a slight on LeBron's greatness. He acknowledges the brilliance, the leadership, and the championships. But with influence comes responsibility, and that responsibility carries consequences. By showing the way to team up for titles, LeBron unintentionally diminished the warrior mentality that had built legends in prior decades. Michael Jordan, by contrast, never chose that path. He stayed in Chicago, endured the bad years, and built a dynasty from within, conquering each challenge on its own merit. That path forged his legacy that LeBron's choice brought titles. Yes, but also blurred the purity of competition. Jordan, in contrast, sharpened it. And that, Stephen A. argues, is why when evaluating the GOAT, you cannot rely solely on talent or trophies. You have to consider the imprint left behind. LeBron left an imprint of change, sometimes positive, sometimes destabilizing. Jordan left an imprint of dominance, grit, and uncompromising excellence. That distinction, according to Stephen A., is the difference between a generational icon and the gold standard of greatness.